Elliotte Friedman's Canucks and Red Wings trade update. Bold comments on Vancouver and Detroit. In the shadowed corridors of NHL arenas, where whispers of trades echo like distant thunder, can a single journalist's words ignite the fragile hopes of two storied franchises, forcing them to confront the ghosts of glory and the ache of what might have been? It was a crisp autumn evening in Vancouver, the kind where the Pacific mist clings to the glass of Rogers Arena like unspoken regrets, and the city pulsed with the quiet desperation of a team clinging to its Pacific Division lead. Elliotte Friedman, the silver-haired oracle of hockey's inner sanctum, sat poised in a dimly lit studio, his voice steady as a heartbeat, delivering his latest dispatch on Sportsnet's airwaves, a trade update that rippled through the league like a stone skipped across frozen waters. The Vancouver Canucks, under the watchful eye of general manager Patrick Allvin, had been navigating a season of highs and hidden fractures. Thatcher Demko's unyielding presence in net, Elias Pettersson's elegant strides carrying the offense, yet a nagging void at center that whispered of vulnerability. Across the continent, in the industrial heartbeat of Detroit, the Red Wings stewed in their original six purgatory, Steve Yzerman's patient rebuild yielding promise but no playoffs, their faithful at Little Caesars Arena yearning for the roar of contention once more. Friedman leaned into the microphone, his words measured yet laced with the gravity of revelation, painting a picture of quiet conversations between front offices, Vancouver probing for depth, Detroit dangling prospects like Nate Danielson, their eyes fixed on stars like Pettersson, whose name had surfaced in hushed phone calls that bridged the miles between coastal dreams and Motor City grit. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Sport Talk content. As the broadcast faded to commercial, the digital ether erupted. X lit up with frantic scrolls, Reddit threads uncoiling like smoke from a fresh ember, fans in Canucks green jerseys pausing mid-stride on rain-slicked streets, their breaths catching at the audacity of it all. A potential swap that could realign destinies, Pettersson's silken touch landing in Detroit's grasp, a Red Wings draft pick blooming into Vancouver's future. But beneath the speculation lay the human pulse. Pettersson, the stoic Swede whose eyes held the weight of a city that had embraced him as its own, skating through practices with a focus that masked the isolation of stardom. Yzerman, the Hall of Famer whose scars from 1997's Epic still tugged at his decisions, every trade a chess move in redemption's long game. The turning point crystallized in Friedman's boldest stroke, his voice dropping to that confessional timbre reserved for truths too raw for daylight. The Red Wings are circling, and Vancouver's listening, not shopping, but open to the right vision. It was no mere rumor. It evoked the ghosts of Lindros for Clark, the seismic shifts that redefined eras, and in that instant, the arenas felt smaller, the ice a canvas for fates unwritten. Crowds, though virtual in this off-ice drama, surged in reaction. Forums ablaze with Detroit diehards chanting Petey to Motown, their posts laced with memes of winged wheels soaring anew, while Vancouver faithful huddled in online vigils, hearts pounding like the pregame drumbeat. One fan tweeting, "If we lose Elias, we lose our soul," the words hanging heavy as arena fog. In private, whispers filtered through, Allvin confiding to confidants that no deal would fracture the core without purpose, a vow echoing the resilience of a franchise born from 1970s expansion grit. Yzerman, in a rare unguarded moment, musing to scouts about the poetry of pairing Pettersson with Moritz Seider, two young lions forging a new dynasty from the embers of old. The aftermath unfolded like a slow-burning reel. Friedman's update cascading across ESPN tickers, TSN alerts pinging in the dead of night, social media algorithms feasting on the frenzy, hashtags like PD Trade trending from Vancouver's seawall to Detroit's riverfront, where murals of Gordie Howe seemed to nod in quiet approval. Newsrooms buzzed, panels dissecting the calculus, Vancouver's cap crunch against Detroit's prospect vault, the cultural chasm bridged by shared hunger for cups denied too long, Canucks evoking the '94 heartbreak, Red Wings the Yzerman-era near misses that scarred a generation. Fan reactions wove into the tapestry, a Vancouver mother texting her son at university, "Don't let them take our captain," her voice cracking over the line. In Detroit, tailgates igniting with hypotheticals, beers raised to the specter of playoffs, the air thick with the scent of possibility, and wet leaves. Historical echoes deepen the resonance. Recall the 1991 trade that sent Steve Yzerman to Ottawa's Whispers before his return, a saga of loyalty tested. Or Vancouver's 2010 Burrows deal, a spark that lit the path to the finals, proving that bold strokes from insiders like Friedman often herald the turning of tides. Yet amid the storm, cultural threads pulled taut. Hockey's blue-collar soul in Detroit, where factories forged the game's unyielding spirit, meeting Vancouver's mosaic of immigrant dreams. Pettersson's arrival in 2019, a beacon for those chasing belonging on foreign ice. As the echoes lingered, reflection settled like arena snow. This moment, sparked by Friedman's unflinching gaze, laid bare the fragility of allegiance in sport, where a player's heart beats in sync with a city's pulse. And trades are not mere transactions, but reckonings with impermanence. What does it reveal of humanity, this dance of departure and arrival? In the NHL's Grand Theater, sportsmanship emerges not in unchecked aggression, but in the quiet calculus of sacrifice. For a player like Pettersson, every rumor tests the mettle of commitment, every potential move a mirror to the values that bind athlete to ethos. Legacy, then, whispers through the blade's scrape. Friedman's words remind us that true character endures beyond the highlight reel, in the choice to build rather than dismantle, to honor the jersey's weight even as sirens of change beckon. Consider the values etched in ice: humility in Yzerman's patient rebuild, refusing the quick fix that cheapens triumph; resilience in Alvin's stance, echoing the Canucks' faithful who weathered Gretzky's 1988 shadow to claim their own light. These updates, dramatic as they unfold, illuminate the athlete's inner odyssey. The solitude of decision, the camaraderie forged in locker room huddles where fears are voiced and futures sketched on napkins stained with coffee and resolve. In Reflection's gentle arc, we see sports as alchemy, turning raw ambition into communal catharsis, where a trade's specter forces confrontation with what we cherish: the boyish joy of a breakaway goal, the collective gasp of a near miss, the unbreakable thread of fandom that defies distance and doubt. Pettersson, in a post-rumor presser, his voice soft against the Vancouver wind, offered these words: "This city gave me everything. Family, fire, a reason to wake at dawn for the grind. If change comes, it'll be with gratitude, not regret. Hockey's taught me that roots run deep, even when paths diverge." Yzerman, ever the stoic captain turned steward, reflected in a Detroit dispatch, "We've waited lifetimes for this shot at revival. Any move must honor the ghosts who paved our rink, the Howes, the Fetters, building not for headlines, but for the roar that echoes generations." Alvin, bridging the divide, shared in a team memo leaked to the winds. "Bold talk tests us, but vision unites. We're not trading dreams. We're trading for more of them, ensuring every skate stroke carries our shared heartbeat forward." Friedman himself, in a follow-up podcast, Hush, mused on the human toll. "These aren't just names on a wire. They're lives laced with passion's edge. My role? To illuminate, not ignite. Hoping the light guides to glory, not goodbye." As the script closes on this unfolding chapter, let us linger on the legacy woven from such threads. A reminder that in hockey's fierce embrace, emotion is the true MVP, transforming trades from cold commerce to tales of triumph over transience. Beyond the boards, this moment, Friedman's bold echo, urges us to cherish the fragile now, to applaud the war